Welcome back. In this video, I want from you to focus with me because I'm going to explain very important concepts, the requests and the responses in HTTP. HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol is the foundation of data communication on the World Wide Web. It's a protocol used for transferring data between a client, typically a web browser or an application, and a server where websites and web services are hosted. HTTP involves two fundamental components, requests and responses. Let's start with the HTTP request. The request begins with an HTTP method, which indicates the action the client wants to perform. Common methods include GET and POST. GET to retrieve data from the server, and requests using GET should only retrieve data and should have no other effect on the data. POST. A POST request is used to send data to the server. For example, customer information, file upload, and etc. using HTML forms. Sending data to the server by using POST method, often used for submitting forms or creating new resources. Let's move to the HTTP response. An HTTP response is made by a server to a client. The aim of the response is to provide the client with the resource it requested, or inform the client that the action it requested has been carried out, or else to inform the client that an error occurred in processing its request. An HTTP response contains a status line, a series of HTTP headers or header fields, a message body, which is usually needed. The status line. The response starts with an HTTP status code, a 3-digit number that indicates the outcome of the request. Common status code includes 200, which is okay, the request was successfully and the server is returning data. 404, not found, the requested resource could not be found on the server. 500, internal server error, an error occurred on the server while processing the request. And others like 201 created, 401 unauthorized, and etc. Now let's move to learn about the HTTP query. HTTP queries refer to the use of query parameters in HTTP requests. Query parameters are key value pairs added to the end of a URL to customize and specify the details of an HTTP request. These parameters are separated from the base URL by a question mark and from each other by ampersands. To append query params or parameters to the end of a URL, a question mark is added followed immediately by a query parameter. So for example, in this case, this is our base URL. This is the start of parameters. I added this question mark. The key is color equals sign, the value, which is blue. So depending on the server's API, query parameters can be used for various purposes such as filtering, searching, sorting, and pagination. We'll use it in pagination, filtering, and sorting in our application. This and sign, I'm specifying a new key, which is sort, equals to newest. Here I am filtering and requesting the newest responses. So as you can see, you can include multiple query parameters in a single request by separating them with ampersands. Each parameter adds a specific instruction or criteria for the server to follow when processing the request. You can see another example here. The key and in general formula is key 1 equal value 1, key 2 equal value 2. This is the separator between the parameters, and this is the start where the query string begins. Now let's jump to the tmdb.org API and let's understand the HTTP request, response, and the HTTP query parameters.